Hey guys, this is Issues with Daddy. Once get by, I'm You're Not. How you doing? It's a Friday, May 9th. May 9th's a special day for me, somebody who I really care about. Today's their birthday. Happy. Guys, where are you? What time of the day is it? What are you eating, drinking, smoking? What are your plans for the weekend? Tell me in the comments. I'd like to know. I'm really bad about asking you guys to please subscribe, and I appreciate it when you do, so please know that. Thank you for all the Cash Apps, the memberships, the merch, the Super Chats, the PayPals, all of that, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. 18,400 of you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so thrilled. Thank you so much, guys. It's because of you that we are who we are, so that's all on you guys. Yay! Seriously. Thank you so much, guys. I was riffing again, going off on GYPSY Rose Blanchard and her minions of Munchins. Her Munchausen minions. The minions of Munchausen. What can we call this new rock band? Guys, I was really, expressing how I felt in the privacy of my own home, and I thought, I'd share it with you guys. Listen to what I had to say to myself in the privacy of my own home. Listen up, and I'll add some video to it, too. Thanks, guys. On that talk show that you went on with Ryan, as soon as you got out of prison, because you wanted to keep your life so quiet and you didn't understand why people were following you and shit like that, that talk show, and then you went on the same talk show with, I believe, Ken. The Vile Files, I believe it is. You went on there and you even said, he doesn't have any respect for your marriage. You were talking about Ken at the time. But now, Ryan doesn't have any respect for the relationship that was started during your marriage. And you want to call him out for not being respectful. But it's like you, like always, want to stop the tape when it's convenient for you. But you seem to forget that there's more tape that we witnessed. And that was when Ken left you, or made it appear that he left you, and you, GYPSY, with an R-E, you went ahead and married Ryan because Ken left you. And then when you got out, you said that if Ken didn't want to be around you during your worst, why would he be around you during the best, and that he didn't have any respect for your marriage. That's what you said. And now you're out there saying that Ryan doesn't have any respect for the relationship that was started during his marriage to you. And you want us to make it seem like this all started with Ryan and how disrespectful Ryan is to the child that was conceived during his marriage to you. And you want us all to believe in what? That this was all a figment of our imagination, or that you're allowed to make these huge mistakes and blame other people for them? That's what you did. You're blaming Ryan for your mistakes. Just like you blamed Nick for what you set him up to do. Just like you blamed your mom for nothing other than life not working out always. GYPSY, life doesn't work out always. You can't go killing people each time it doesn't work out. Trust me, you can't. You can't do it figuratively, and you can't do it real way. You're an idiot. And the fact that she has people that are following her, they see her behavior. They know the behavior's wrong, because when it happens to GYPSY, and it's the same fucking behavior, they call it wrong. But when GYPSY perpetrates it, somehow, some way it's right. Tell me that ain't no cult. Tell me that's not a cult. Tell me that's there's a lot of parallels here between MPG Cornerstone and GYPSY's personality and the way she thinks. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I want to see that MPG Cornerstone receipts. I want to know where the money's going. Is that fair to ask, guys? Do you think that they paid Breeze water that time? Huh? This is the whole gang there. This whole gang that wants to try to gaslight and make you think that you're crazy. Look at you, Bree. You look crazy. Look at GYPSY. She looks crazy taking on all those different personalities. And we see that, right, guys? When Gypsy has the ID. We see it. And we'd be stupid not to think it. Okay? Because she does. Look at the personality that came out when she was at Jazz Fest, living her best life with Ken. And how she got on there as some sort of Cajun mafia. And wanted to, and this isn't to be confused with the Cajun mafia, and wanted us to believe that, what, you were going to take Ryan out? Well, Gypsy, we wouldn't put it past you. I mean, you've done that before. Has nobody ever noticed that? Nobody's caught that she was in prison for 8.5 years for using her body to manipulate a man with autism who's on the spectrum, collecting permanent disability. It's unalive for mom. That's who we're talking about. She's a prize. She's a prize. And yet for people with no life, people with no gumption to make their own kind of income, they ride her coattails for clout. Imagine that. It's almost like being a Charles Manson family member. You know, they're going on the attack with virtual knives and virtual weapons, but they're doing real-time damage, and then, you know, they scream foul when you fight back. I never went to look up anybody online ever until people started mentioning my ex-wife. And that's when I started looking, and I said, you know what? And then I even tried, and I said, you know, why? And I thought we had an understanding, but no, I was played with. And then the thing is that I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they get so upset with me and why they don't understand I would get upset with them. That's kind of like, that's the same as Gypsy. That's the same as NPG Cornerstone. Not only is it A to Z with Gypsy, Gypsy gets what she wants. If she don't get what she wants, she causes a bunch of shit to get what she wants. Either which way, the bitch is going to get what she wants. By thievery, by lying, by stealing, by manipulation, by murder. I mean, she's going to get her fucking way. This is her. This is her. Unless she's taken back to prison, because there she ain't going to make it at all. She has shat on everybody there, so I'd love to see her go back there and try to kiss the asses of those people. She'll be giving that little pecan outfit. That pecan be a little worn out, huh? Not that it isn't already worn out. We did hear that perhaps they hired another person, right? Ken and Gypsy, to spice up their sex life. Does that surprise you? Because Ken really looks very boring, and Gypsy is like a freak out, right? Gypsy's a bit of a freaky one. So, does that surprise you? It doesn't surprise me. What would surprise me is if that shit didn't happen, to be honest with you. Because Ken ain't gonna keep her. Ken ain't gonna keep her vanilla style. Guys, we've watched this play out in real time, and we can use our imagination and a little bit of critical thinking to understand what happened that night. Volunteer Way, Volunteer Lane, whatever the hell that pink house, whatever the address was. Gypsy, when she doesn't get her way, she doesn't take it like the normal person. There's nothing normal about her. That doesn't mean she's special. She's anything but. Nope, she's criminal. She's criminal. Guys, the way she works is quite simple. You see, whatever it is she wants, she's going to go after. And she doesn't care who she hurts in the process, who she throws under the bus in the process. You saw her. Her dad gave her a place to stay. He didn't know her that. She's a grown fucking woman. He wasn't there when she was a kid. Maybe this is guilt. Christy certainly, I'm sure, didn't sign up for that bullshit with, I mean, she... No great love for the stepdaughter. There wasn't any then. So why is there some now? Because she unalived her mom? That's what made her appealing to you? Come on, seriously. So what's going on here? I would say that There's snoops everywhere. There's spies everywhere. This guy that is on TikTok now, that guy XXO, what is it, triple shot of tea? Him? Yeah. I think that Christie's behind him. Because I think Christie wants to see Gypsy go back in prison. And I ain't mad at you, Christie. I ain't mad at you. But you can't say that because Rod will be mad at you. That's his good little girl. There's a little girl who can't imagine. You got to do something really to unalive your mom. No, you don't. You just got to be born evil, Rod. I'm sorry, but one of your kids definitely was born evil. And you know it. She sent pictures to you that the average bear wouldn't send to anybody, let alone their daddy. And I'd like to know how that ever got fixed in her rightful mind. How the fuck do you think that shit's being manifested now? I'm just asking. I mean, it never was worked out, never was worked on. How do you think it's manifesting now? Gypsy gets on channels of creators that, have less than 20,000 people. She's so concerned. But why? Why not just change the way you behave? Work on yourself. It takes a lot less time and it's more permanent to work on yourself than it is to try to change the minds of all these content creators and everybody that's seeing the same thing. Looking at exactly the truth. The FOIAs. Listening to your lies over and over again and realizing they're lies. It's all you, Gypsy. It's all you. Be easier to fix yourself, but when you're that sick, I don't think you really can. You need help. You need a lot of help. And, we'll see how this ends. Alright guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. These crazy lunatics. Well, at least they're entertaining. I always appreciate being allowed to be part of your day. Guys, be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share it. Thanks, guys.